Good morning, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of Dream Setlist. Yeah, that's the show we're doing today. Of course, in the co-captain's chair, Miss Lynn Versaci. Good morning. Don't mind us. We're just hysterical, two Italians laughing at stupid shit here first thing in the morning. So what's happening?
Oh, yeah. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Here we
I
are.
Missed everybody last week.
Yeah. It's, spring is trying to get here, and we're getting through this Dream Setlist thing here for the month of March. And Lynn and I were talking about doing an episode. Of course, she goes, the band we're going to have to do. And I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. So we got Queensryche for you today. So a band we both like a lot. She's even, look at that.
My little Queensryche Tri-Rike that I got in I don't even remember how long ago, probably 20 years ago. I'm sure they're much cooler now, but this is when the merch was very basic, But
very cool.
I always wanted to get that tattooed on my body because a bunch of my girlfriends did back in the day, and I just wasn't there yet. I do want a tattoo. I don't have any, but I'm still working on what that might be.
You know what? I've always been kind of against tattoos for myself personally. So I don't have any either, which I know.
Yeah, I don't have any. We're the odd men out for sure. In this day and age, I think we're the odd men out.
Yeah. I'm not saying that, you know what? I think I've warmed up to it more in recent years than I was previously. I'm not saying I will get one. Maybe I'll celebrate my 60th birthday in a couple of years and I'll get one. But what it would be, I don't know, because I have too many interests. I couldn't pick just one.
I know. That's the thing. That's the thing that's tough for me. And I'm always like, well, what would I want to spend the rest of my life having on my body? And I'm thinking, shit, you're going to be 50 in a few weeks. The rest of your life could be tomorrow. You better hurry up and get one.
I know, right? Yeah.
But who knows? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
So what we are tasked with today is, and I do want to say, I received this very cool kind of Uriah Heep Demons and Wizards, kind of t-shirt jersey in the mail from someone. I don't know who. So if you're watching and you sent this to me, thank you very much. It's very cool. I was not expecting it. And I opened it up and I'm like, wait a second, I didn't order that. So obviously someone did for me. So whoever did, anonymously, thank you very much. Back to the task at hand.
Yeah. So, well, hey, somebody better send me presents. I haven't gotten any presents yet.
Not yet. Hey, be careful what you ask for, because all of a sudden your mailbox will be filled every single day.
I like presents.
Someone
girl doesn't like presents.
I know, exactly. But that comes, when you have thousands of people that watch your channel, that could get pretty crazy really quick.
My birthday is coming up. I'm just throwing it out there.
There you go. Hey, Sydney got that docking shirt that she was looking for.
Yeah, so Sydney got a present. I didn't get any presents. I'm kind of not feeling loved.
Well, everybody knows what bands Lynn likes, so And this one's one of them. So Queensryche. So I've asked Lynn to put together what she would consider her dream set list for Queensryche. Could be any lineup, any era, any tour, any venue, any songs together she'd like to see, whether she's seen the set before or not. So the sky's the limit. We are in the the captain's chair here, just basically figuring these things out and telling the band, this is what you're going to play on this particular evening. So I'm going to let Lynn go first to talk us through her dream set list.
Well, it's Queensryche. I want to hear all of it, but I mean, I should say not all of it from the old era, not here in the now frontier and promised land. I wasn't really a fan of those records, although it was Queensryche and I listened to it and I liked it. Where my heart lies is with Operation Mindcrime, and Lady Wore Black and Rage, things like that. That's my passion for Queensryche. So of course my place that I would want to see them would be the Chance.
Of course.
I mean, I work there, live there, play there. It's like home to me. So obviously, and it's up close. So you'd really, I'd be in their face. Well, regardless, I'd be in their face regardless. But so for me, my dream set list starts with Operation Mindcrime in its entirety, from start to finish. I couldn't just sit there. When I was going through this and we kind of talked about it, I was like, there's no way I can play one song without the other. It's, the whole concept album, it goes hand in hand. You can't have Sweet Sister Mary without you just can't do it, So again, I remember now Anarchy X, Revolution Calling with, oh my God, how amazing is that tune? Operation Mindcrime, To Speak, Spreading the Disease, Mission, Sweet Sister Mary, The Needle Lies, Breaking the Silence, I Don't Believe in Love, Waiting for 22, My Empty Room, Eyes of a Stranger. I mean, I really wished back in the day when the band was the band, and not that I'm not putting anything against Todd Latour, because I actually found a newfound love and respect for the guy, you know, because I was always like, oh, this is ridiculous. That's not Jeff Tate. But I tell you, the more and more I listen to him, the more I'm like, well, you know,
He's the real deal, man.
he's pretty damn good. Yeah.
Listen to his solo album. If anybody who thinks that Todd is just a guy trying to sing like Jeff Tate, go listen to his solo album that just got
no, and I have, and I that's why I said I really have a newfound love and respect for him, for sure. And I didn't, you know, it's funny. I saw a little interview with him, and he was saying, well, people really haven't given me a chance. And I have to say, I'm guilty. I have not given the guy a fair shake in this whole debacle, because I just didn't want to, you know, to me, it was like one of these things is not like the other, you know, and it wasn't okay with me, but now I'm growing right before your very eyes. So for me, it's the Operation Mindcrime in its entirety. Like I said, I wish they would have done a movie or some kind of a play or some kind of something. I think that would have been amazing. I still think it would be amazing if they could do something, because in my mind, it's already done, you know, like I'm Sweet Sister Mary, you know, I did this whole thing in my head. But after they play that, I want to hear The Lady Wore Black. And then I want to hear Walk in the Shadows. My best friend had a horse, and his stage name when he went out for show was Walk in the Shadows. His name was Nicky. He was a really beautiful horse. And so Walk in the Shadows after Lady Wore Black. Then I want to hear Warning. I want to hear Queen of the Reich, coupled with Take Hold of the Flame. Then, of course, I want to go and dial it down a little bit to Silent Lucidity. And I have to get this for you guys, for my final farewell and my final song of the evening, it would be Jet City Woman, of course, which, you know, of course, I have to have this record because this little, you know, it's awesome. I mean, check out that picture. How cool is that? It's the Queensryche Tri-Reich with, come on. And then I have another one over here that's actually signed by the band that Mike actually got me. So yeah, that's it for me. And again, once I mean, you could play Jet City Woman in the beginning, the middle, and the end, and I'd be happy with that, since everyone that knows me knows Jet City Woman is my song. It's my anthem. You know, on a daily basis, that song will play on Sirius, and I probably get 10 texts a day when that song is on. And they're like thinking of you, like just friends, and messages on Messenger, just because you can't hear Jet City Woman without thinking about me.
That's right.
Well, if you're in my circle, you know, people that maybe live in Denmark don't know that, but the people here know that.
They will now.
Lynn, Jet City Woman. I can't hear Jet City Woman without thinking about Lynn, you know? So that for me is my Queensryche dream set list. It would be done at the Chance with the Whiskey A Go-Go as my second place. You know, like if they were going to play two shows, one on the East Coast, one on the West Coast, I'm down, you know, because you know my love for the Sunset Strip too. So
true. That's a very cool set. And you know, the funny thing is, I thought about going that route as well, but then I was like, what would, because Lynn and I did not, you know, as we normally do on these, we don't compare notes. So I have no idea what she's going to put together or any of my guests. But I said, self, you know that Lynn is going to choose the Chance. So that's out. I said, I know how much Lynn loves Operation Mindcrime, as do I. I said, I'm not going to go that route either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take for me the next best thing. And since I've seen them many times throughout the years, and I've seen lots of great sets from them, both headline and openers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the Warning tour of 1985. Because I saw them once on that tour opening up for Iron Maiden, but they played like a short set. And I want to see a full headline set from them. So I'm going to take my show to Lemoore in Brooklyn.
Oh man.
All right.
Woo!
In spring of 1985. So it's a little one-off show they have from the Maiden tour, all them, just them. And of course it's still early in their career, so they don't have a lot of material yet. However, what we're going to do is we're going to get the entire Warning album start to finish with a couple other surprises. So the band's going to come out, they're going to hit the EP first, and they're going to play Night Rider. which
Holy
I think is a
shit.
great kind of forgotten song from that EP. So that's going to be the first track they're going to play. Then they're going to go and they're going to play the entire Warning album. So you're going to get Warning, you're going to get Enforcer, you're going to get Deliverance, you're going to get No Sanctuary, which is such a great song, man. What a great vocal on that. And then
Holy
one of my
shit.
favorite songs by them, and M156.
Oh, I love that tune. Love it.
So intense, right?
Love it.
So intense. And then we're going to get the kind of semi-hit single from them, Take Hold of the Flame. And then a little Before the Storm, Before the Storm, Before the Storm, dun, 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 dun. That comes next. And then
Oh my God, that just got me so excited. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Child of Fire is next. Then to end it all off, we've got Roads to Madness. Okay, there we have the full album. But wait, they're not done yet. So before the end of the set, we're going to get a little Lady Wore Black from the EP. Then they're going to go behind the stage. They're going to come out for an encore. It's going to be a 3-song encore, and they're going to go back to their roots. For the first song, it's going to be a cover of 22 Acacia Avenue by Iron Maiden. Then it's going to be a cover of Rapid Fire by Judas Priest, because that's what they did early on. They covered Maiden and Priest, right? And then they're going to finish off the show to a rapturous, totally riotous L'Amour in Brooklyn with a little Queen of the Reich from the EP.
Oh my God. That just got me. You don't even know. I won't even get into it, but I'm there. Holy
It's pretty
shit.
cool too, right? I mean, I think we both get the albums that we love in their entirety, and a couple surprises. But I think, this might have been something like what they might have done early on if they were given the chance to headline, because of course, they were basically an opener at this point in time. And I'm assuming whatever headline shows they might have done, I mean, really all they had was the Warning and the EP. So in order to fill up like an hour and 15 minutes, you basically have to play that whole new album, right?
No question.
And some covers, right? So I think that'd be pretty fun.
Well, the fact that you just put me back at L'Amour's in Brooklyn, like, just brought back a wallow of emotion in and of itself, right? Because those were amazing times.
Yeah.
And then you put me back with all that. It was like I felt the flood of emotions coming back. Yeah, that's outstanding. And
the funny thing is,
I don't think I've ever seen them do the cover tunes.
I haven't either. Yeah, but that's what they did early on before they got signed. They basically did Iron Maiden and Priest covers for the most part.
Yeah, holy shit. Now I'm gonna go look I'm gonna search the internet to see if I can find something. Just to kind of see if I can see that. But yeah, that's pretty amazing. That was a good one.
And it's funny, I almost picked the venue Sundance in Long Island. Which is the place I went to a lot more than L'Amour. I went to L'Amour, but I was at Sundance like every weekend for a couple of years. But
and I was at L'Amour and you were at Sundance. And I did go to Sundance every once in a while, but I was a L'Amour girl.
Sundance was great. If we were ever at the same show at Sundance, not knowing each other back then, of course, if you ever remember going there and looking up in the front of the stage, like in the pit up there, and if you ever saw like a bunch of beer cans lined up all along the stage,
that was you.
That was me, and whatever crew I was with at the time. So we did that all the time. We would go push our way to the front.
Oh my God.
Send someone back to get an armful of beers, and we would drink them. We would just line them up on the stage right at the end, every show. And that's, and by the end of the night, they'd be all falling all over the place.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, well, if you ever saw cups of water with lemon lined up everywhere, that probably was me. The only jerk not drinking.
Even back then, Lynn. Wow.
Again, they didn't have bottled water back then. It just wasn't, I had water with lemon. Every time somebody went to the bar, they're like, oh, get Lynn a water with lemon, I was the driver for the most part, which is fine, and I'm still doing it. I'm having a cup of tea and I'm having my Poland Spring.
Well, I'll join you. It's a beer mug, but as always, it's water in it. So,
Yeah, I'm lame. I'm very lame.
Well,
I'm kidding. I'm really not lame. I don't need anything else. Actually, if I did anything else, I'd be really cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. So I think that's why I stick with the water and the hot tea, because you'd be in for a shock if I did anything else.
In other words, it's safer that way then. Okay.
Much safer. Much safer.
I get you.
Well, so thank you for driving down this road, because I'm telling you now, Queensryche, what mood that puts me in to begin with. And like I said, I definitely have a bigger love for Todd now. But Jeff Tate's got my heart. I mean, he comes to the club all the time and I like him. I know a lot of people have issues with the way he is but I like him, and I like his theatrical side, and I know it doesn't really work for everybody. He does have kind of a theatrical, when he did that kind of burlesque kind of thing, like I know it was a little bit not Queensryche. I know, and most people didn't like it. It's not that I liked it. I understood it because I do have a passion for that kind of.
Yeah,
I did appreciate it. Yeah, I did. And I appreciate like his artistic and creative license where he wants to go in his mind. Again, I don't think it's right for Queensryche, but hence the reason they're not together. But yeah, Queensryche and me, forget it. You can bury me with this thing.
I'll end my discussion of this saying I think that the parting of the ways, as tough as it was for them and for fans, I think in the end it was the right thing to do for both parties.
Yeah.
That's my feeling on it now, and I'll just kind of leave it at that. So, but everybody watching, if you're a Queensryche fan, put together your dream set list in the comments below. Lynn and I, I'm sure, will be checking those out, seeing what you guys, would want to put together for that ultimate dream set list for Queensryche. So,
and don't forget Jet City Woman.
Of course not. Lynn is going to give you demerits if she's reading those set lists and it's not included. She'd be like, no.
Step into my office. Why? Because you're fucking fired.
Yeah. Oh, so there you have it, guys. So I want to thank Lynn for joining me on this fun little dream set list show. There'll be more happening for the rest of March each and every day. So make sure you stay tuned in. I'll either be doing them by myself or with special guests. I've got guests lined up for a good chunk of them going forward. So just wait patiently and see what's coming at you. Lynn is not going anywhere though, because
can't wait to
come right back and rank the discography, the studio albums of Def Leppard, something we have not done surprisingly on the channel.
Yes,
that's coming up next, so stay tuned for that. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course we're here on YouTube
all the damn time.
That's right. So
peace out,
everybody. We'll see you later. For Lynn Versaci, I am Pete Pardo. Bye.